Here's Precalc. It's problem 7-119. It says to solve the triangle. So when it says solve, it means that it wants all the parts that aren't given. So we need angle A, big A, and we need angle B, big B, and we need little a, and that's it. So I see that we have side-side angle. So, because I like to use law of sines, because law of cosines is big and a lot of hard work. So I know that when I use law of sines on side-side angle, I could get the ambiguous case, but I would rather use law of sines on here and deal with that than use law of cosines. I can tell how many triangles I'm going to get by thinking about that video that we saw with the lady. She had that green tape and she was saying, if this opposite side is just the right length, then it can swing out just to make the height right here, and it would make one triangle. If it's long, if it's just the right length, if it's, you know, a little longer than the height, it can swing over here and make another triangle. But this one seems to be too long. Because if I can compare how long this side is just by finding this height right here. There's just going to be one triangle here, I can tell. But I'm going to go ahead and, if I find out what this little height is, it's super easy. It's sine is the so, like of SOHCAHTOA. So I can just go opposite over hypotenuse. So sine of 88 equals opposite over hypotenuse. So that's just 9 sine 88. 9 times 9 sine 88. So this height right here is like 8.9999 or something like that. This thing is so long that if I swing it around, it's not going to make two triangles. There's only one possible triangle, so just use law of sines, just the normal way that you always do. You can just go, here's an angle measure pair, so sine of 88 is to 18, and then I'll just go with this as sine of B is to 9. I'll do my cross products, and I'll tell you that I found out that B, I did all my work right here, and I found out that B was 29.98. So B is 29.98 degrees. Okay, and then I can find A by going 180 minus 29.98 minus 88, and that's going to give me letter A, and I got A was 62.02. That's big A. Degrees. And then, so that's, I'm going to write that, 62.02 degrees. And then all I have to do is, now I have an angle pair again, so I'm going to just use law of sines. Sine of 88 is to 18, as sine of 62.02 is to little a. Do my cross products. I did all the work here. I don't want to make the video so long, so I did my cross products, and I got A was about 15.9. And then this is letter B. This one, again, I have side-side angle, but the side across from the angle, this one could possibly be too short. I don't know yet. I do like using law of sines, you know I do, so I'm going to, I think I will check. So I'm going to say, I just want to know what this height is. Because if this is shorter, if this little side right here is shorter than this height, then when it swings, I know that they drew the triangle, but it doesn't mean it's drawn to scale. When it swings down, well, it could just swing around and never hit this bottom part. So I'm going to say, remember it's SOHCAHTOA. So sine of 54 equals opposite, so we'll just call that h, over hypotenuse, which is 30. So 30 times sine of 64 equals h. So I'm just going to do that. Oh, sorry, it's sine 54. 30 sine 54. There we go. Well, still, it's longer than this side. So this right here is 24.27-ish. That means that this thing, if I swung it around, it's going to be too short. It's not even long enough to touch. So this is there's no triangle. And you might be like me, and you might just love doing law of sine so much. Maybe you didn't think to check all these things. Maybe you just jumped in there and did sine of 54 is to 13 as sine of angle C is to 30, and maybe you did all your cross products, and because I actually did. Sad to say, I didn't look at it first. I just did all this work, and I stuck this in my calculator, and I got an error message. So even if you don't notice to check it, you'll get the error message. If you used law of cosines, that's okay. Using law of cosines in this case, you'll get a positive answer and a negative answer, and that tells you that there's only one triangle, not two. If you would have got two positive answers, you could have used each of them to get the two different triangles. This one, you would get no answers. So you'd get undefined, no solution.